Have you ever wondered why billionaires seem to wake up every day with relentless energy, crystal clear focus, and unwavering purpose? They've already made it, they've built empires, changed industries, and accumulated more wealth than they could spend in a dozen lifetimes. So what keeps them going? What keeps them hungry, sharp, and pushing forward while most people burn out chasing a fraction of what they have? It's not just ambition, it's not just passion, it's a system, a hidden, structured, internal framework that fuels their drive every single day. And the truth is, it has less to do with external rewards and more to do with something far more powerful, something that you can start building into your life today. This is the secret system billionaires use to stay driven. It's not magic, it's not genetics, it's clarity, psychology, and discipline wrapped in a very intentional lifestyle. Once you understand it, you'll realize that drive isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Let's unpack exactly how they do it. It starts with identity. Before Jeff Bezos launched Amazon, he wasn't just a guy who wanted to sell books online. He saw himself as a visionary, a builder of the future. Elon Musk doesn't just build cars or rockets. He believes it's his duty to advance humanity. Oprah didn't chase money or fame. She committed to being a voice of truth and empowerment. These are identities, not goals. Billionaires define themselves by who they are becoming, not just what they are doing. That's the first layer of the system. They craft an identity around a mission larger than themselves. This identity becomes a self-reinforcing engine. When you believe you are a certain kind of person, you behave like it. And when your actions align with your identity, you generate momentum. You stop negotiating with yourself every morning. You don't need to be motivated to work hard when you are the kind of person who works hard by default. But identity alone doesn't power the engine forever. The second layer is clarity. Most people live in a fog. They have vague goals. They say things like, I want to be successful, I want to make more money, or I want to be happy. But billionaires operate differently. They know exactly what they are chasing and why. They don't just set goals. They define systems that drive those goals. For example, instead of saying, I want to grow my company, they break that down into daily actions, key hires to make, culture principles to reinforce, metrics to hit, and innovations to launch. Every part of the vision becomes trackable and actionable. That clarity removes friction. It kills procrastination. It creates laser focus. There's no energy wasted wondering what to do next. The system answers the question before it even arises. Then comes the third layer, leverage. Time is the most finite resource on the planet, and billionaires are obsessed with using it well. But here's the trick. They don't try to do more. They build systems that multiply their impact. They don't just work hard. They delegate, they automate, they invest in people, tools, and infrastructure that allow them to do 10 times more without working 10 times harder. This is how they stay driven without burning out. Their system isn't based on effort alone. It's based on leverage. Think about it. A billionaire doesn't answer every email or sit in every meeting. They design environments where decisions get made without them. They empower others. They focus only on high-leverage activities, strategy, innovation, relationships, and vision. And because their time is protected, they can stay focused on what matters most. Which brings us to the fourth layer, feedback loops. Most people wait for success to feel good. Billionaires create micro-feedback loops that reward progress. It's not about waiting for the big win. It's about reinforcing every step forward. They track progress obsessively, whether it's revenue growth, product feedback, customer engagement, or even their own physical health. They are constantly measuring and adjusting. This builds a psychological loop that fuels motivation. When your brain sees proof of progress, it rewards you with dopamine. That chemical reinforcement keeps you engaged. It makes hard work feel satisfying. And when your daily habits give you that hit of progress, you don't need external motivation. You're locked in because the system itself is rewarding. But the fifth layer of the system is where the real secret lies: emotional anchoring. Every billionaire has a deeper reason they do what they do. It's not just about money, it's about meaning. The system stays strong because it is emotionally anchored to something deeply personal. For some, it's legacy. For others, it's redemption. For many, it's contribution. But without that emotional core, the drive fades. Billionaires tap into their pain, their past, or their purpose to fuel the fire. They don't ignore emotion, they harness it. They revisit the moments that shaped them, the childhood struggle, the failure, the doubt, the breakthrough. These moments aren't just memories. They're anchors, emotional touch points that remind them why they started and why they can't stop. This is why someone who has made it keeps showing up at 5 a.m. Why someone who owns private jets still obsesses over product details. Why someone who's on magazine covers still works like they have something to prove. The fire doesn't burn out because it's not lit by applause. It's lit by meaning. And finally, the last layer, environment design. Billionaires do not rely on willpower. They engineer environments that pull them forward. From their routines to the people they surround themselves with, everything is intentional. Their calendar is their command center. It's not filled with distractions or meaningless meetings. It reflects their priorities. Every day is designed to protect their energy and direct it toward their highest impact work. They also curate their inner circle carefully. They don't spend time with people who drain them, distract them, or pull them off course. Their peers challenge them, stretch them, and hold them to a higher standard. Even their physical space is designed for clarity and control. They eliminate clutter. They create zones of focus. They know that environment shapes behavior, and they use that truth to their advantage. So what does this all mean for you? It means you don't have to be born with billionaire DNA to build unshakable drive. You just need to install the system. Start with your identity. Decide who you are becoming. Don't wait for the results to show up. Act like that person now. Then create clarity. What exactly are you trying to build? Break it down until your daily actions are obvious and measurable. Next, find your leverage. Stop trying to do everything. Focus on what multiplies your impact. Delegate, automate, simplify, track your progress, celebrate small wins. Use feedback loops to fuel your brain with constant proof that you're moving forward. Anchor your work to something deeper than money. Find the emotional driver. What's at stake? Who are you doing this for? What pain or purpose is pushing you forward? And finally, shape your environment. Build routines that remove friction. Spend time with people who elevate your standards. Make your space a trigger for focus, not distraction. This system isn't flashy. You won't find it in a viral, but it's the invisible engine behind the world's most driven people. Because in the end, motivation fades, passion fades, hype fades, but systems don't. Systems are what carry you through the days when you don't feel like it. They hold you steady when things fall apart. They compound your efforts when life gets messy. And most importantly, they give you freedom. Freedom from chaos. Freedom from doubt. Freedom to build something extraordinary without losing your mind in the process. So the next time you look at someone who has built a billion-dollar empire and wonder how they keep going, remember this. They're not superhuman. They're not endlessly inspired. They're not driven by luck or magic. They're powered by a system. And now that you know the secret, you can build yours too. Start today. Design the life that pulls you forward before life pulls you in every other direction. Because discipline is temporary, but systems last. And when your system is strong, your drive never